Today's sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25. This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's there on the tackle.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And it's 3rd down.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium and watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
On the carry.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And it's 3rd down.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Brady. And he's got Miller. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Bradley Pinion.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Lets this one rip toward Graham. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play.
What's up, babe?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 19.
That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Shotgun now for Brady. his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Chris Godwin, the intended receiver, and it's third down. And that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
On third and long, it's Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
Cordero Patterson on the return. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
This is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Ball at the 23, second and 8. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
45, Mike, 45. Let's go, D. Let's go. 45's the Mike. I got you. I got him.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Going for the deep ball. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked up by Sean Murphy.
By the Buccaneers. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Ball carrier.
No gain on the play there, second down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
First down.
Quarterbacks have so many options when they have a 4 vertical route because they can hit any one of those 4 at any time, often for a big gain. But to me, the key is don't lock in on any one of them. It's best for him.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
To Paul Richardson.
Paul Richardson. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Tariq Cohen on the return. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
2nd and 12. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bears nothing.
The first throw for the backup Foles. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Complete to Robert.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Now Foles. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
That's good.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st and 10.
I always thought Allen Robinson was a high flyer from his days at Penn State, and none of that has changed with the Chicago Bears. If you throw the ball out to the perimeter, if it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, he's going to come down with it. And some say he was the victim of some subpar quarterback play last year. He didn't let that bother him at all. Scud 98 catches and over 1,000 yards receiving. Allen Robinson just goes out and plays hard each and every week.
Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
31-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Foles. Robinson's got it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Here's Foles. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Foles. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On play action, now Brady. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. They'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this week. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, his second touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's been unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
45, 45. Mike, 45. Watch the run. 45, 45, 45. Mike.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded right around the 8. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 13 yards remaining on second down. Operating from the gun, Brady. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. From the gun, Brady. And that will be incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded at the 20. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bears take over.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
2nd and 6.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
You ain't going nowhere. Right there, 54. Right there.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Well, I haven't met an NFL player yet that doesn't use criticism as an edge, and Jimmy Graham has heard that a number of people think he's near the end of his career. He didn't put up the numbers he should have put up in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to play with a huge chip on his shoulder. Nice catch there. And he wants to show flashes of that form that he exhibited early in his career with New Orleans and Seattle.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He'll complete this one to Patterson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Toss play, Cohen, right side. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I'm going back to you. Mike 54. Mike 54.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Back to throw now on 1st down. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20.
For me, studying Antoine Winfield Jr., the question came to my mind, what's not to like about this guy? Everyone's talking about his size and calling him undersized at 5'9" because he's playing safety. But the roles have reversed in the NFL so much that you don't worry about that anymore. He would have been a corner in a different era, but now he can play safety and play it so well. Love his instincts, always around the football, and has the ability to elevate his game to match the opponent. By the way, he tackles awfully well for a guy that they call undersized.
Now a play fake. Brady airing this one out for Evans. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's kick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Now Trubisky lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Brady.
Oh, my God.
It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd down and 9.
Back to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
By the Buccaneers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20.
1st down, Tampa Bay.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10, all the way down at the 21-yard line. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Ryan Suckup on for the field goal.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So
this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
the Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Yep. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They'll run on first down. Patterson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Robert Foster, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10.
Makes the score Buccaneers 24. Bears.
2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. Oh, did the Bears get it? They did. Chicago football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Throwing again on second down. Foles. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Bears on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Double dog, that's the way. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Tackles.
And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Try it here. He's back to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And no, it's incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. On 1st down, Brady airing this one out for Evans.
Oh my.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 30. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
First and 10.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I think it's overstating it to say that he came out of nowhere. But did anyone see 19 and a half sacks coming from Shaq Barrett last year? And even after he became an acknowledged guy that you had to block, he still was able to get to the quarterback. Expects to continue on that level, and there he is, adding to his totals.
Lets this one rip toward Graham. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
Brought down
there to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
2 yards.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
2nd and 8 coming up. From the gun, it's Brady. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
It's third down. And 8 yards to go.
The Bucs on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Brady. He's got Evans. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Brady to throw again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 35. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll let it go deep for fun. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Robert Foster, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bears draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. throw is Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Fournette running out of the gun. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Buccaneers.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Buccaneers 31, Bears 17.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Tariq Cohen on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Foles. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for his rookie Cole Kmet that time. But now it'll be 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Foles. And Robinson with a big catch. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Foles. Flushed out right. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Foles. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Carlton Davis picks it, and they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
first and 10.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Brady going to look to throw. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And you